Hello, Dr. Schommer again. Today, we're going to talk about the basics of coping. You see me in a onesie because, wow, hike, shower, and again, outside the weather not playing part. A bit of sun, a bit of rain, typical kind of Cape Town winter. Where do you start if you want to talk about me, you, anybody becoming a competent coper? It has to start with you spotting fatigue. You've got to learn, what does your body send you as signals about your fatigue state. I can tell you about mine. First, the neck becomes a steel pillar. The shoulders start to marbleize, and then lower back pain. These are signals in a progression to tell you you're being overwhelmed, you're not in a lekker situation, you need to do something. You need to learn about your body. So spot your signals of fatigue. Number two, we don't want you to be obsessively ruminating. That means you worry ahead of time. Something is about to happen in a month time, 3 month time, end of the year, and you already worry, which will disturb your day thinking, your night behavior, sleep, which will disturb your concentration, which will occupy you and not let you free yourself to be able to deal with what's in front of you the day that you're living through. Number three, very important. You and I have to nurture, I cannot emphasize enough, friendships. Friendships are so important. If you have a partner that is also your best friend, you're in the best position. But friends from the past also know about you. Where did you grow up? How did you grow up? Where did you go to school, university? There got to be people that understand you and nourish you. Recently, a lot of change has happened in my life, and my new friendships are wow, like never before. Most probably because most of the people around us are now so mature, have come to terms with who they are not afraid to face their good and their bad, their successes and their failures. And these friendships are so protective. In my work with people, I've discovered that the first person people go to when they're in trouble is their best friend. Not the imam, not the priest, not the rabbi, not the psychologist, not the social worker. No, the first person of contact is their best friend. Then it would be fantastic. Number four, if you had a home to go to, a family. So important. It's the base from which you operate. And that means when you've had a stressful day, you can be yourself at home. You don't have to constantly justify your existence, and you are received, doesn't matter what state you're in. Very good procedures that we have in place for families to be better with each other is to announce when you come in what state of mind you're in. Don't let the partner guess, and tell them, I'm torn, I'm twisted, I'm a bit stressed out here. Let them know, consciously saying it, and then ask for that half an hour of transition where you might need a bath, a hot shower, where you might need something to eat, or just to walk around the block with a dog. You need to cope. You need a good sense of humor. South Africans are renowned for their wonderful sense of humor. You need to laugh. But the laughter I'm asking of you to manage stress is to laugh about yourself. And that's a wonderful journey for me, having been allowed to teach so many young people, students at the university, a huge amount of them, and they bring to you their new perspective of life, which can bring a lot of humor. And of course, all you know that I've got daughters, and they're the best. They have really not let me go serious. You have to laugh when you create family. Number six, all of us have to move to burn the stress products. Once you've been under duress, your body releasing catecholamines, corticosteroids. As a hunter-gatherer, you're ready to engage, and you got to get rid of them. And the only way the body gets rid of them is if you exercise, move. brisk walking. If you like gym, go to the link. If you like swimming, get into a pool. If you like cycling, cycle. The minimal you need to do is to walk regularly, briskly, beautifully, if you can, where it's safe, in nature. Then comes a difficult one, delegate. A lot of time we have too much on our plate and we need to ask for help. Delegation doesn't mean forcing the other to do what you don't want to do. No. In my team, I first demonstrate what I want to happen, and I will give time to others when I've got a lot of energy, a lot of time. Then when my time comes and my pressure is big, I can ask back. And then delegation really feels far more like teamwork to tackle a problem than making somebody else do what you don't like to do. Learn to delegate well. We go to the next page. 3 more. I say avoid. Avoid stimulants, alcohol, tranquilizer, tobacco. Avoid. Keep it in appropriate measures. Some of you might have been put on medication by your fantastic medical practitioner, by a competent person in healthcare. They are sometimes necessary, but please don't abuse them. And alcohol, you know the problem in South Africa. It's a huge one. Many people go to alcohol to numb themselves, to take them away from this incredibly demanding, brutal world. Be careful. Tobacco, the health implications are quite clear. It's one of those substances that is still relatively cheap, and it changes mood, energy, behavior within seconds of starting to smoke. Watch a smoker and you know exactly what state they're trying to create. We'll go there later on again. So it's an idea here which is very important. Avoid where you can. On occasion, yes, they're necessary. Perfection. Oh, be careful about perfection. Be realistic about perfection. If I have had a stressful day and I've invited you for supper, well, if it's been a tough day, it's not going to be the cutlery and the crockery laid out with a white linen tablecloth. It's going to be you fetch the beers, you go and light the braai, you bring the pudding, and together we do it. Al fresco, as it happens. Be realistic when perfection is possible, when it's not. There's a lot of pressure on people nowadays to look perfect. Perfect hair, perfect makeup, perfect dress. Of course, in particular settings, we want that. But it cannot be done all the time, every day. So you've got to give yourself some leeway on occasion to be a completely human, where perfection is just left behind. Last one for today. Very important to cope. We need open time and space. That means I would, if you work with me, teach you per day to have the 20 minutes, half an hour, where you can do what you really need to breathe and to let go. For some of you, it might be a hot bath where you tell your family, leave me alone for a little bit. You switch off the electric light, you take a candle in, a bit of lavender oil in the bath, nice hot bath to let go, great. Open time could be the walk in Cape Town through Newlands Forest, where it's safe, the walk at the beach. Open time can be spent with a book, that you sit in a good, quiet, safe corner and you read the stuff that lights you up. For some of you, it might be adventure stories. For some of you, it's romance. For some of you, it's the Bible or the Quran. Read. Leave some open time and space so that you anchor yourself back to the reality of life and not let stress and strain press you into this tiny little cube that doesn't know where to roll and what to do. More later. Ciao.